Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using High Caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High Caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
It's the last episode of Season 5. Welcome back, Send It Mate Podcast. I'm Caleb.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Couchy. A lot of energy.
I
like it.
I love your energy. It's still like low dose.
What? Mate, I gave that fucking full rev limiter. That's bloody off the scale for me. That's as much energy and enthusiasm as I've got.
That's how you drive your Tron.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I drive everything, like I stole it.
Yeah. Or you didn't own it. One of the two.
Yeah. The work vehicles, they got flogged, let's be honest.
Well, despite the lack of enthusiasm, it's Christmas time.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not quite.
It is Christmas
December,
time. It is the festive fucking season. People have put trees up and lights on their fucking trees and big old decorations.
I swear people are doing that in October, putting lights up.
Yeah. Well, how quick does it transition from like Halloween and you see all the Halloween stuff in like the supermarkets and things, and then boom, Christmas. It's just like, bam.
It's
okay.
Yeah, because it's all commercialised.
And in a month, it'll be Easter.
This is why
good business.
This is why I don't like Christmas, because it's just a commercial
No,
event.
you don't like Christmas because you never were allowed to celebrate as a child, and now you're like, oh, my kids aren't allowed to have that pleasure.
What the fuck? I do it for my kids.
As soon as they're born, you're like, Santa's
having
not real.
Having kids is like the only reason I get around it at all.
Which you don't. You just said you don't.
I do
Personally.
for my kids, but personally, if it wasn't for them, I'd just be like, Christmas can fuck off.
Well, here's one for you. The three blokes. If you didn't have misses, would you go to the effort of putting a Christmas tree up in your house?
No.
I still haven't got a Christmas tree in the house now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, we don't do Christmas trees.
Oh, you don't?
No,
Too much effort for it?
probably. I'm not helping.
Yeah. But I love it how mum, like when I was a kid, mums like used to try and make it a thing, and I'd put like one thing on and be like, nah, screw this, I'm out.
You put the star on. Done.
Yeah.
That's all it needs.
That's all I was involved with our Christmas tree this year.
The star.
Yeah, the doll fucking put the whole thing up, decorated it. I was sitting on the sidelines. She's like, no, do you think this looks good? Does this look good? Should I put this here? I'm like, sure, go for it.
You do the
And
throwaway. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it.
And then she's like, you have to come put the star on with me. I'm like, for fuck's sake. So I got up. We're like both holding the star, putting it on the top at the same time. Like, there you go.
Oh, really? She's right into it.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, okay.
She loves it. Froths it.
Jeez.
Good on her.
Oh, well, here's one. What have you got each other for Christmas this year?
Why would we say that? when it's not Christmas yet,
Oh, have you thought about it?
and then people can
Both
listen
of
to
you
this.
look like,
Mate,
presents.
I haven't bought any Christmas presents yet. I bought one. I bought one for my kids. It's in transit.
It's in transit. You
Yeah,
bought one
I
Christmas
bought it
present.
online. Sorry, is what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way. I bought it online. So
Merry
it's-
Christmas.
What?
I don't
What's going on here?
No, there's no thought process in there, and you just set the limit at $111.
That's a good limit.
Plastic bag full of cash on the podcast. What's going on?
Yeah, just
Oh, it's
got a baggie.
The ball head. Couchy got us off of
Eight ball.
online. No, for the tripod.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Which,
The ball head.
thank you very much, man. Like, it's
All right. Merry Christmas.
absolutely outstanding. I do like it.
Yeah.
Well, can we back up for a second? Do you like we seem to have evolved with the tradition of jokes. Do you have one?
Oh, I did, but I can't remember it.
You didn't say it straight away, so you've forgotten it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've got one. It's
Oh.
relevant.
It's relevant, is it?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
It's relevant to this week's episode.
Okay.
So, why is Santa's sack so big?
Oh, I heard this one.
That's not the answer.
Not sure.
Because he only comes once a year.
Bingo. Well done, Josh. You can have
That's pretty obvious.
a clap. Oldie but a goodie. At least I brought
is
a
he
joke.
allowed to have sex?
He's not a priest.
I know you think
He doesn't have
sort of
kids.
Well,
Or is his fucking
elves kids.
elves? I was going to call them.
That's some
minions.
interspecies
Are
relationship.
they kids? Oh, is Mrs. Claus Elven?
ooh,
Elvish.
Elvis.
Elf something.
Elving?
oh dear.
No, well, when I think of Santa, I think like Saint, like he's sort of taken a vow of abstinence.
I feel like he's an
So
old
you're thinking of him like
alcoholic
a
and he
priest?
went to fucking Antarctica to get away from alcohol. That's why he's like big set.
Is
He's
that
got
a
a beard. He's just like quitting life and then he just found a new passion with toys.
Abstinence doesn't work. Alcohol and sex, just abstinence just doesn't work. Just then you just become fixated on it.
Well, yeah, he's fixated on children and that's why he climbs in fucking chimneys at night when no one's awake.
Yeah, what fucking happens
He's
when
just,
he
he's just
comes
some
down
weird,
that chimney?
yeah. His reputation precedes him.
How many metaphorical chimneys is Santa coming down?
I feel like he's got a lock picking set. It's 2022. He's just going through the front door.
Yeah.
Or the back door.
Here's a theory.
Plenty of single mums about.
Here's a theory. Here's a fucking wild theory for you. He's not fucking real.
He was.
What?
He was.
He was a real person.
Yeah, St. Nicholas.
Yeah. Just make wooden toys.
Providing that theory is true.
Is that the story?
I believe so. I read it many, many years ago when I first found out Santa wasn't real.
Yeah, try and make some real fact about it.
No, so he was a real person and he did make toys for kids. Yeah.
It wasn't Rogan, it was another podcast on the YouTube Shorts. And it was about the theory that Christianity and all that is a misconception. And it was actually, there was a mushroom called the God mushroom or something.
Everyone was
And
just high.
It was fucking, yeah. They ate it and was high as fuck. And just talking about it, it somehow became a theory that it was a religion and took off from there.
Wow.
Yeah, nah. Out of Jesus is like one of the most well documented people in history. I think you'd have to fool, or a lot of people would have to be high to be able to hoodwink that.
Well,
The story of
across
Jesus.
multiple cultures as well, like the same basic story, like same story, change the names, slight details change, but it's the basic same story.
Yeah,
So who's full of shit?
I'd find it pretty hard to believe that everyone was just high.
That wouldn't
Like
surprise
the
me.
entire
It wouldn't
world's
surprise me.
population was
Like,
high.
no, well, you got to think back of when was it 10,600 BC? That was when there was a massive cataclysm. I forget what sort of flood it was called, but it was when the ice caps melted like extremely quickly. And they have records of just like losing civilizations in that time period. So populations were cut down. And what would it take after a collapse of society to have things just twisted and changed with what actually happened? And it became followed, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So that, like, the Bible does account for this because the Bible does say
Bible's not that old,
God
is it?
has left his blueprint in the world for people to find. So even if it wasn't written, even if the Bible wasn't written, people would still be able to find him. That they found Noah's Ark as well, so we know there's been a worldwide flood. But I've got some strange stuff for you. Did you know that up until the Ark...
I love the world according to Josh.
No, this is in the Bible. Before the Noah's Ark, right, it didn't actually rain. Water seeped from the ground, and that's how we got fresh water.
There's like an evening dew,
After that,
like a mist,
dew,
rather than rain.
But it wasn't till God flooded the earth that rain was a thing. It's in the Bible.
Yeah, well,
take it
I
for
think the timeline's a bit
what you want.
Doesn't how old's the Bible say it goes back to? Like, it doesn't go back that far, does it? Considering
Start of the world, mate.
Yeah, but
If
how
you
many
follow the
years?
timeline of the Bible, it's only goes back about 8,000 years.
Yeah,
Well, no, God described in the Bible how He created the world.
Yeah, but the
So
actual
from the
I'm
beginning
just talking
of
about
time.
yeah, but I'm talking about the time frame.
forget
when was
carbon
that beginning?
dating and all that stuff. If you just look at the Bible's timeline, it's like go back 2,000 years, Jesus, 2,000 years before that,
yeah, the world's
King
about
such and such, 2,000 years before that, Abraham, 2,000 years before that, Adam and Eve, basically, is the rough timeline of the Bible.
The world's about, according to the Bible, about 8,500 years, roughly. Yeah.
According to the Bible.
Well, does that mean that there's human life on the planet, or was the planet existing prior to that without human life?
Well, human life goes further than that.
Who knows?
I don't
know.
I don't know.
This is a great mystery. Like,
It is.
I guess the only thing you do know is science, I guess.
Well, God gave us science.
Yeah, but science disproves God.
what's easier to believe in, Santa or Jesus?
Oh, there you go.
Or dinosaurs or aliens or I don't know.
See, this is something that I find hard, right? Do you believe that you came from a fucking ape? I don't believe I came
You
from an
see
ape,
some
yeah.
people on the street.
Yeah, but me personally, nah. Maybe morphed out of a fucking
You're from
majestic red deer or something. Yeah,
Fish
right. I'll
out of
take that, but not an ape.
You were
Wait, how do you
morphed
come
from
from
a
a
red-
deer? You remind me of that article I seen. Who shared that? Someone, and it was a guy that identified as a deer, and he painted himself as a deer with antlers and all that, and got shot by a hunter in America.
Well, that's an epic fail.
Well, he identifies, so it should be legal.
I think your hands are evolving back to hooves because they're not working very well.
They're not. They're not at all, man. That shit's fucking whack how people do that. Some of it started in the not the same principle. Well, sort of the same thing. So in the army, on your dog tags, you had to get stamped your religion, or if you weren't religious, no religion.
Jedi was one of the most
But-
popular
And,
religions.
yeah, that became a thing. People could get it stamped with like Jedi or some shit.
Yeah, it gets a fair representation in the census too when people list their religion in the census.
Really?
Yeah, Jedi.
Wonder if
That's my
these
pro-
people
that's
are
my
being
pronoun.
serious or
That's my pronoun.
is it?
Jedi?
All right.
Jedi. Jedi.
Like, how many people are actually give a shit or how many people are just taking a piss? Out of the people that put Jedi, how many are just taking the piss? How many actually consider themselves a Jedi?
I reckon it's probably like a 2% of that consider.
Yeah. There are people out there that probably would. 100%. If someone can
No,
identify as a
2%.
deer,
2%.
100% believe there are nerds out there that think they are into some sort of
Descendants,
Jedi
yeah.
religion.
that's just
The
weird.
rest of them is piss take for sure.
That's just strange. Nah, screw that. Oh, talking about weird shit.
Did someone just fucking stab you in the ass? What the hell?
No. So I was at deer count on the weekend. Naturally, get there Friday. Cool. We got there before it was dark, which was absolutely refreshing.
Because you guys left it at lunch.
No, we left at like 3, and then obviously had to go get beer. So there was a stop. Anyway, we pulled in. Steve and Richie were already there, sort of set up. So we pulled in, just having a yarn with them and everything. Naturally, you start your comfort fire, or crowd around the stove, whatever you want to call it. And Steve started to talk, and one thing that I didn't realise, or I didn't know when we were talking about this, we were talking about COVID and so.
Oh, that's a 3-hour conversation.
And he turned around and said the City of London isn't actually a part of England.
Oh, that's why he shared it. Did he send that to you?
Yeah.
I wonder where that came from.
Yeah.
City of London isn't actually a part of.
No, it's not. Neither is
City
the
of London's
Vatican.
independent from the country. It's separate.
Yeah.
And the Washington?
No.
And the City of Washington State or Washington, I can't remember. I can tell you in a few seconds.
You're saying London City is not a part of England? Like it's its own.
And they
So there's two Londons. There's the capital London, and then there's London City, which
How
I
are they
didn't
any
know
different?
either.
How are they any different? How is London and London City any different?
Don't know, bro. Don't know. But
I've seen there was a
It's a-
podcast about this as well, similar.
it's a video.
Like the Vatican, it's not part of Italy. It's its own thing. It's
So
just in
Similar
Italy.
to the Vatican.
3 cities control the economy, military, and spiritual belonging, spiritual whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. The City of London, the District of Columbia, and the Vatican. And together they control politicians, the courts, educational institutes, food supply, natural resources, foreign policies, economies,
Jesus.
media, and the flow of money. So it was.
Is this some Illuminati shit?
Wait for it.
Well, I heard somewhere that I was going to say the Queen, but the royals have to request permission to enter the city.
Yeah,
Because it's not part
they
of
have their own military and police as well. So it's the District of Columbia, which is a
wouldn't surprise me.
separate country within Washington, D.C. There you go.
I need to look into this. This is just you've. I need to look into this further.
Well, can you get it up and Bluetooth the video on your phone?
that.
The video that Steve sent you?
I guess I could.
Well, we could do that.
Yeah.
Connect.
Because look, man, it's quite interesting. And you dive into it and Google it and you're like, I didn't know that.
How long is this video?
Not long.
All right. Well, I need to understand now because this is fucking preposterous. Otherwise,
Yeah, that just popped in my head when we were talking about weird shit.
that's generally how we digress
But yeah.
most of the time.
I feel like it's a deep digression.
You were physically like
Okay.
you stunned
Oh,
yourself.
because, man, I did not know.
It forcefully-
I knew the Vatican was.
It forcefully popped in your mind.
Ready?
All right. The Bluetooth channel's up.
Has the UK got a finance curse?
Is it a trick question? Because the UK doesn't have finance. The City of London has, and it's not part of the UK.
Good answer. Good answer. It's international, he's right.
The City of London is outside the United Kingdom. Do you know that? It's really shocking. And therefore, it's also not part of the EU, which explains it couldn't be part of the EU because you have to have democratic elections, and the City of London doesn't, right? It's the banks that have the votes, right?
Right.
Per staff, the
I
voting system.
never knew
How
that.
do you start unpicking this puzzle?
I never knew that. That's a very useful piece of
And
information.
of course, it's not part
It's
of
a
the
pretty dangerous piece of information.
And it's not part of the UK because the Queen is not allowed to enter without permission. She's not the sovereign, therefore it's not part of the UK. And of course, that's since 1688,
I have to make a note.
since the foreign invasion.
So
It's definitely interesting.
the City of London, the bank, that building they're talking about, actually has, so every major bank in the world has an office there, every single one of them.
Didn't know that.
This is kind of trippy. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I just found out some random interesting information that was told to me by the beard of knowledge.
I mean, that's a little soundbite of something, but that's definitely something I wanted to look into now because that's
There's
weird.
a lot on it.
It'd be like it's that sort of seems outlandish that I think I could believe it quite well.
Like, I'm not ruling it out by any means, but I just want to understand it better.
Is that something to do with the Rothschilds and shit?
So it does dive into, I guess, what you would consider a conspiracy because of the lack of transparent information on it. And yeah, it goes into, a set of families owning it all and running
Well,
everything.
it'll obviously come down to people, like certain people. Yeah,
I think
it
it
would.
I think then it's called the Crown, or something like. And I can tell you once again,
It's a TV series.
a few
Man.
seconds.
At least it's early.
I read it.
Can you just read the whole thing? Like those 3 posts, just read the whole thing. This is the critical information. Who's posted it? Who's tweeted that?
Show us where you get your information from.
So then other people can start looking into
So
it.
this is found consciousness and truth zeeming.
Is this on TikTok or
that's the
Instagram?
page. That's
page.
No,
on
that thing you're
Instagram.
looking at there that says preempt. At preempt what?
Well, that's the page that shared it, but preempt. It's preempt. Oh, at preempt 1.
Oh, you're looking at the post that I got shared. Yeah.
That's who's saying this, who's tweeting it. What does it say?
So, well, some of it doesn't really make sense, man. But Babylon now encompasses the whole earth. The city-state corporation of Vatican City controls the religious and political leaders of the world.
All right.
The city-state corporation of the City of London, a separate country within the City of London. Every major bank in the world has a branch in the City of London, and also contains the Bank of England, the London Stock Exchange, Lloyd's of London, worldwide English Freemasons, and the money cartel known as the Crown. The city-state corporation of the District of Columbia, a separate country within Washington, D.C., which controls the world's intelligence agencies and military power. So that's like the 3 little clickbaity things they've got up. That's what it says.
Maybe on Twitter, if anyone wants to try and find it.
Twitter is a fucking the wild, wild west.
Oh, yeah, but so everything that you got to find some truth in something because it's coming from somewhere.
We don't have to find truth in something.
Well, if you've got multiple people saying
There could be truth in
about a
something.
conspiracy that is vaguely the same, well, surely there's some truth that these conspiracies are stemming from. So whether they have good intentions or bad intentions of world domination or whatever, we don't know. But we do know that there are a mob of the 1%ers that control
Yeah, the 99%,
money
yeah.
and, you know, religion and these things. So we know, okay, we can start drawing our own conclusions there and go, okay, well, what is being said, there is some truth to it. How far does it go?
Yeah, fair enough. Basically, all this is saying is this is where the headquarters for those 3 things are.
Yeah.
I fundamentally believe it anyway, like that those key families control the world's money. All right, the headquarters, basically that's saying it's in London and there's a city or a separate entity within the City of London. That's its own entity, its own country. That's not too far removed from reality, I wouldn't have thought.
No, it's not.
Just
And
not common knowledge.
How deep their reach goes and what they plan on.
If they got
on doing and
controls
things, I
of
don't know.
money, then their reach is widespread.
Well, definitely is. But whether they're going to use it for good or bad, who knows? We don't know
it's
that. We
come
can
to
only
interpretation.
speculate.
I was saying intelligence is in DC within Washington,
Yeah,
yet the CIA is in Virginia.
yeah, but
They
you
make
say,
control from there.
yeah.
They don't have to be located there.
I mean, we know how easy. I mean, look at China; they're splicing intel from fucking TikTok and these things. So all they need to do is just essentially gather information about everybody in the world, and you've got some leverage over a lot
And that's why TikTok do the TikTok
and
now.
control.
Like, you know how there's
Yeah.
a TikTok now? It just seems...
I still don't know what that's about.
I think it's to me, it makes sense to be a way of finding out what everyone's up to and where.
Yeah, it's like getting a live feed from from everyone, basically.
And you can't view it unless you input.
Yeah,
So therefore, encourages people to be a part of it.
post to view. Fucking hell. It's like, here, sign up for this.
But then you just post to view, but then you see all people's just random meaningless posts to view meaningless posts.
But again, it's just providing a snapshot.
They're probably not interested
real
about
time.
the picture itself. It's all about the geodata behind it.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And look, if they can access more, if that is a thing where they can access your mic on your phone,
Oh, 100%
you know,
a thing.
boom, they can gather intel on you talking about who you're going to vote for with your mates. That's okay. We've got data on this now. It doesn't sit with our agenda, so let's push out media on our other platform or some other way to sway their...
Yeah, well, that's all social media is, isn't it? It just sort of targets certain sort of communities and populations and try and feed a certain gender of information, whether it's just hunting and what you're interested in, or like your Kmart or random like items.
Yeah.
Or it could be political.
Or they stop certain feeds, so you've got no notice of it. You know, it's all pretty crazy, the world we live in. I wouldn't put it past that it's all stemming into this clouts fucking you will own nothing and be happy bullshit. I have no doubt there are people behind that.
I saw that Melbourne were trying to sort of push for smart houses and smart sort of everything. And then you go through that sort of same system for your money, access to your car with smart cars, smartphones, and everything's sort of interlocked. And then all they need to do is have an option to control it. So therefore, just say another lockdown, they can physically stop you from leaving the house. Or if you do leave the house, you haven't got access to your money. You can't start your car. You haven't got access to your phone.
Yeah, you can't buy anything.
If you're not going along with the same direction that they want you to go in. And it's a quite easy way to control you if you've relinquished all your rights or access to anything.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned that. And because they're doing this because of convenience as well. So my mum just went to the airport to go to Queensland. I took her on Tuesday. Anyway, I'm driving home. I was back at home at this stage. Mum calls me and she's like, "Oh, I've left all my cards and cash at home." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, we'll just use your phone and PayWave." She's like, "I don't have PayWave." I'm like, because she's trying to buy some water.
Yeah, you need to set up that. You need your card to set it up or details of the card.
Yeah, but she can ring the bank and get the details. So I was like, "Oh, just go set it up."
Thanks, bank.
She finally set it up, and I'm like, "Okay, well, now she doesn't need her card or cash. She can use her phone." So there's one little bit of...
I use my phone sometimes. So I went today to use my phone on a FBOS. Wouldn't work. I had to go to my card to get my wallet, get the card to use.
Is that because you got no money in your account?
Use the card to pay.
Is it the same card and account?
Yes.
So why didn't it work?
Exactly.
I refuse to put that shit on my phone.
If you...
Oh, it's
But if you
convenient,
didn't
man.
have a card, you didn't carry your wallet anywhere, I'd be screwed. I would never not have plastic.
I've never had my PayWave on my phone or watch fail.
I refuse to put it on my phone.
I think it was
It's on
actual,
the internet, so
it was
everyone's got-
it was a unit itself, but I don't think it was a phone because I've used it before on other ones. It's fine.
Oh, well, it is a Samsung. So
I
there's
said
a
I've used it
problem.
before on other FBOSses. My phone's worked fine. I think it was their FBOS, and she did say it plays up.
It's a Samsung.
I got a free lunch the other day at Subway because their FPOS machine was fucked. And there was a couple of tradies before me that put their lunch through and then they went and got multiple cards out and then they did the insert, the chip. Didn't work. PayWave didn't work. So they'd racked up $30 worth of Subway and then I went through and then swiped my card. Didn't work either. I'm like, well, it's definitely you because I got money in my account. He's saying he's got money in his account. It's your machine. Reset it. Didn't work. And they're like, oh, don't want to hold you up. Off you go. Fucking thank you. Free lunch.
Yeah, it's probably like a few dollars worth for them.
But stupid them because it was like lunchtime and there was like a lineup of 10 people. So they put like 5 people through while the FPOS machine wasn't
It
working.
was still not working.
No one had cash.
There was no ATM there?
No.
Oh, it was actual Subway. Not a servo Subway.
Yeah, not a servo. It was an actual Subway. So I'm like, sick. Free lunch.
Where isn't an actual Subway left in here?
There's heaps, bro.
At Subway.
Where?
All over the place.
Far, I've only ever seen
It
them
seems
in-
like
But
most of them are at
most of them in
OTRs.
OTRs, yeah.
Yeah. And you won't put it on your phone.
No.
Why?
just for that reason.
Because I don't know what other shit.
You fucking got TikTok on your phone.
Exactly my
So
point.
why wouldn't
yeah.
you put your fucking banking service on your phone?
Yeah.
That's why I'm not putting my banking service on my
But
phone.
you got internet banking on your phone.
Yeah,
Yeah, we screwed anyway.
Same shit.
exactly. But why make it easier? Why add one more thing?
No, they don't bother using the actual PayWave on your phone because they've already got access. They're like, but
Why? I just want less things that are easy to be hacked.
I only did it because I left my wallet at home and I'm like, fuck, I've got missus to send me the details of my card so I can get shit.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Well, this
Now it's convenient sometimes.
this actually, you're talking about them stopping you from like doing things. So in America, the banks actually, there's a couple of banks that have actually stopped guys buying anything to do with shooting and rifles. They won't process on the line online. They won't process
On the line.
any of the transactions. And ANZ did it here in Australia.
Yeah, but reasons? Was
don't know,
there
bro.
like some criminal charges or something like that that would restrict that and they could instantly bar that from happening?
I can't.
So
I
that
can't comment 'cause
requires
I don't know,
context
man.
on what the purpose behind it was.
It does, but it's a little bit suspicious that it's only for things to
But
do
the
with
fact that
firearms.
they can actually specifically stop you from doing that sort of shows that they're seeing a lot more than you think. But like
the world.
what made me skeptical about the just having everything on your phone or stuff like that was how our SA Health during the COVID said that they'll only hold the records for 14 days. And then it found out 3 months into it, they still had records from day dot.
fucking oath.
And they were holding that and just keeping it quiet.
Well, when you're talking about your MyGov stuff, there was a thing. I'm not on MyGov anymore because they've made it. I'm pretty sure they've just made it in the terms and conditions that you have to accept now when you like download the app or jump on and log in, and that is they have the freedom to pass on your information to a third party.
Yeah, which that's where they get their money from, your
And
information.
I'm like,
Dude,
no,
if you look at the terms and conditions of most things, you'll find that in there.
but with your,
like
your
for
medical
that.
records, man, no.
Well, that was one thing I haven't done is having that medical records online. Or was it? Yeah, it was online, wasn't it?
I don't give a shit about people read my medical records. Like the latest hack of fucking Medicare and AHM,
Probably got it all anyway.
which happened after the Optus one. Like the Russian hackers are like, oh, we're going to expose people's medical procedures. I'm like, fucking give a fuck. Like, so what?
Yeah, well, it's not going to impact your life if someone finds out about my reconstruction of my ankle.
No, it won't. But it's once again, it's more information to a third party.
I mean, if you're Liver King and you've had fucking bloody ab implants, then okay, fair enough. But
I think his reputation's a bit skewed.
he's
at the
fucked,
moment
man.
anyway,
Did you see
mate.
his apology video?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
get fucked, cunt.
Yeah.
I think I found that worse than his actual lie.
Look, I think anyone with half a brain that looked at him could come to the assumption that
tell.
you're not getting that
You could
naturally,
tell.
man. It's just not happening. You're not 5'7" and fucking
Didn't really follow the
180 pounds of muscle,
Keep going. There'd be way more than
200
180
pounds of 220 of muscle and just jacked and have abs. Fucking hell. When I get up in the morning and have a coffee, I've lose my abs. That's it, they're gone.
Yeah, when he
Like-
sits down, he's still got like abs just
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay.
peaking. You're like, yeah, no, they're implants.
And the vascularity and the size, how he just maintains that size. Nah, you're not doing that.
So he's just
without-
really some skinny dude in
PEDs.
his implant.
No, like he does the work, but he didn't get there naturally. Not in the way he said he is. So he's
You're not
full of
going to
shit.
get there naturally, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that, you're in like less than 1% of the population that can do that naturally.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 0.00001%.
I know nothing about this guy, so I can't. I'm just going to.
Liver King eats the testicles and shit.
Eats liver, eats testicles.
Raw testicle, which look chewy whenever
he's
he
mentioned
eats
it
them.
last podcast. I just went along with it.
Like
But,
he works
yeah.
out like a motherfucker, but he looks the way he does because of steroids.
Yeah.
And working out. But he's claimed is that he gets it through all natural means of eating all these things like liver and
Having said
jacked.
that, like PEDs and peptides and things in the States are getting a lot of popularity. They definitely are. I mean, the benefits for sort of joint health and things like that on some of the peptides and that. There's some bonuses, definitely.
Yeah.
But you ain't looking like Liver King without doing juice.
It's confronting to look at.
No, that's called jealousy, mate. That's all that is jealousy.
It's confronting.
It's not fucking confronting. You're just like, damn, I wish I had that, and I don't.
No, it sounds like you're saying that.
No,
Don't-
Caleb is mixing emotions.
No, don't fucking put
Every man would love to look like that.
I'm not denying that.
Not
just saying-
confronting.
It's
I got
confronting
to
to
Google
look
this
at.
guy. Who is it?
Liver King. Just
Liver
Liver
King.
King. Just Google Liver King. And you'll see a dude who's just like staunch, tanned as fuck, massive beard, like abs that just fucking poke your eye out. You seeing it?
Basketball pecs.
Oh, look at the cunt. And then when he sits down, his pecs don't disappear either.
Mate, I wish I could look like that. Bloody hell.
Like, it'd be cool to look like that for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
His nipples are pointing down just because his chest is that big.
Exactly. So they reckon he's either got ab implants or he's had like them sculpted basically. So like fat and shit sucked out
Look,
around
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, I think he's had some, liposuction or something.
Definitely a unit. Like,
He's
Because
enhanced.
I'm telling you, like,
but then, like, how many chicks enhance their own? Like, good on him.
yeah. Yeah, but he's doing it to sell his products.
Yeah.
Under the proviso that
Yeah, but like,
Do it. You look good,
Well, it's
man. But
fraudulent.
don't tell us you did it through fucking eating liver and balls.
that's what they
fucking
do
test.
for every
liver
diet.
is very good for you, though.
But every diet thing's all, not every, I wouldn't say every, but there's a lot of misconceptions going on with the dietary sort of schemes in the world that impact everything.
Well, look at it.
So-
The fad now, meat is, a full meat diet is good.
Well,
It's
wouldn't say it's
see
a
the
fad,
trends
but
coming
people
over.
are starting to think that, yeah.
they are, and the science supports it as well. But
Depends on the
if you're going to eat just meat, you've got to really, really eat a lot of fat too. If you're going to cut out all your carbohydrates and things,
Yeah, as soon as you get rid of sugars, you need your fats.
you do. So you need to cook with fat. You need to eat the fat and the gristle and things like that. You need to eat the whole lot. You need to eat liver. You'll need to eat every part of the body essentially to get what you need.
The fat from behind the eyeball.
There's probably
Couldn't do it.
some good in that. I've done it and it tastes like shit. I reckon Steve Ranella, when he's made that up and put that on his show, he's like, I wonder how many fucking clowns I can get to try this.
Like, have you tried it once?
yeah.
Should you think that you should have a
Well, I ate it
an
raw
idea
and
about
cooked.
it if you don't have it more than from two different animals? Because it could have been just that one bad animal.
Yeah, that one could have been fucked.
Well, yeah, look,
So you really should have it more than once to build some sort of idea about actually what that product is.
Yeah, you should get a wider cross, like fucking sample.
I'm willing to try it again.
Spread.
Or try it. I haven't tried it.
we can try it again, but I'm telling you now, you're going to be like, this is terrible.
Yeah, I don't. No,
Huh?
no.
So you'd never try something like,
How bad is it? How bad was it?
it was like eating wax.
Yeah, but
And
it wasn't like
chewy.
throw up.
There was no doughy taste to it. It was like eating like paraffin wax.
I feel like I have to try it now because your taste buds are also fucked. So
No. It was, and cooked wasn't really much better. I mean,
Did you put any
the
salt
bit of
on it?
meat that you had that came with it, like, was okay, but then you just like had this intense, waxy, fatty, just ew.
I'll try it. No,
I also did it with a fallow, not what was it, whitetail that he did with it, or whatever species of deer Steve Ranell did with it. So
and then your
could
fat
change.
is highly dependent on their diet. Like it changes a lot.
Well, they were eating gleasons, so I'm pretty sure,
Yeah, but is that like the candy of the animal world?
Oh yeah, it's,
there's too many variables, man. Too many variables.
Well, when we go to Vic, we just have to try it there and just see, just well away from that area.
we've got to shoot a deer first.
Well, that
I feel
obviously
like you'd
we
like-
can't take the
yeah,
eyeball
this is
fat
a-
without getting
this is-
deer.
This is a given.
All right, if we shoot a deer in our next trip, then eyeball fat is happening.
One thing I'd like to try again is tongue. I do like tongue.
I've never
I like
tried
ox
tongue
tongue. Ox tongue is delicious. but I'd like to try a tongue.
I'll try a tongue.
Jacob swears by it.
It's just like it's that first time getting past the thought of a tongue. But I could see why it'd be good.
Let's cut it out, cook it up. But someone's making out with it first.
Yeah, I was just picturing that. And it's going to be you because you'll pick it up and you'll be like, just as a joke.
Put on the screen mask and just put the tongue in the mouth of that screen mask.
I did that once. I did that once. I had a deer skull with his tongue out, and I was like, There's a video somewhere on, well, not a video, a photo somewhere on my phone from a long time ago.
I'll have to post it.
Did you make contact?
Definitely not.
Did you
No.
tips touch?
Definitely not.
No, we'll have to do a random cook up, I reckon.
So
Eyeball fat, tongue,
you wouldn't try the oysters?
testicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
You
try.
know what we should do is cook all three up, blindfold you, and then get you to try them, and then tell us what is
No,
what's what.
because I feel like I've eaten more strange things than both of you, so you both can try it.
No, but you should.
And my
you
taste
should-
buds
no,
are
but
fucked up, apparently.
You should be
so
able to pick it then.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Out of everyone, you should be able to pick it.
blindfolded, you can taste the meat.
Look, I
See
kind
what's-
of, this is going to sound weird, but I
could all
kind of
do
want to
it.
try
We can all do the same
testicles.
thing. Yeah, I want to try that too.
I do.
But we can all do it. We don't have to all be blindfolded at once, but we can one person be blindfolded at a time. And see who gets it right.
No, I don't trust either of you to hand me any food if I'm
no.
blindfolded. And you shouldn't trust me either.
No, I don't. But I'm thinking that you won't throw me under the bus.
I just because it's not going to be deer testicles or deer.
It's the cock.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen a porno with that exact premise.
Here's a deer snake, man.
What's
What's
this?
taste like?
Oh, that's a carrot. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's ice cream. What's this? Oh, I don't know. Try again. Oh, I don't know. It's a fucking dick.
I'd piss in your water cup that you got for a chaser. That's what I'd do. Because I feel like handing you something.
Why would you say that? But then you'd still want to do this.
Well, I've just said that I'm not going to do it blindfolded with you two.
All right, remove the blindfold.
Well, you ruin all the fun, don't you? I thought you were the fun guy.
No, I'm the smart guy.
Oh, you're
Good God.
definitely not the smart guy.
If you guys aren't willing to do it, why the hell would I do it?
Because you're the dumb guy.
Because you're the spontaneous,
Yeah, that's a spontaneous.
just do it attitude guy.
I'll do it, but not blindfolded.
All right, well, we won't
that's
tell
better
you
than
what's what
nothing.
though. We'll give you each one, and you have to pick what it is.
Yeah, you can cut it up in little cubes.
Yeah, little cubes.
Even though the
Identical
eyeball fat
cubes.
would be quite noticeable, I would
Yeah,
say.
maybe. I'll salt everything appropriately and feed it to you.
You know one other thing I want to try out over deer? The caul fat. Caul fat? Yeah, the caul fat, the stomach fat that encases the stomach itself. And, well, everyone I've sees it on Steve Ranella. He wraps his heart in the caul fat and tries that.
Yeah, I pulled it out once, with the intention of doing something with it, but never never cooked with it. The cool fat.
Okay, thank you.
There's another
Making
one
a
actually.
sleeve.
Cooked heart. I don't think I've cooked a deer heart.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well. I haven't tried deer heart. I haven't tried a lot of things. I've just eaten the meat and that's it.
I don't like most fucking
Like livers.
organs and shit. Nah.
It's a
Kidneys,
quiet taste.
if anyone likes kidneys, get fucked. Do they taste like piss?
Well, like,
They taste like piss.
You've drank piss before?
What do they filter? Piss.
Have you drank?
What do they taste like?
Have you drank
piss?
piss before?
No.
So how do you know it tastes like piss?
It tastes what I imagine piss tastes like.
That's better.
you've smelt piss.
Yeah,
It
you
tastes
smell-
like how it
yeah,
smells.
Yeah, a lot of taste is smell. When you eat a kidney, you're like, I imagine this is what urine tastes like.
No,
not-
you're going to have to milk a bit of piss out of the deer and try that just to have a comparison.
No,
not
because then
good.
you'll end up liking the taste of the piss. And you're like, well, should
any-
I do that again?
At any rate, kidneys are fucking piss filters. So why would you want to eat that?
And then you're eating the shit part of the piss, not the good part.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to try kidneys.
But I think the kidney, there's like is it the kidney? Where there's like a sandy sort of gritty section in the center of it. And that's obviously where it filters out.
Your kidney stone.
Well, yeah, it's kidney stones when it's hardened.
Actually,
And you eat the outer casing sort of meat, not the inner.
sort of like giblets.
I feel like this entire episode so far needs a big asterisk saying, just fucking do your own research, please. Because we don't fucking know.
Should we have an asterisk next to the Senate mate name? Just to cover all episodes.
Just a blanket fucking disclaimer.
No, you got to discuss these things, man.
You do.
You do.
This is how it happens naturally.
What, dead set, this is exactly what we'll be talking around at campfire.
We just happen to have a record button.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But I think I'd try it all once.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. That's why I want to try the testicles because, they might taste all right, fried up, cooked, whatever. I'm going to try them raw.
They say it tastes like bacon, but I doubt that.
Well, yeah.
I think
what
it tastes
if
like
do?
I think it tastes like bacon after you've been out there for a month and a half with no bacon.
And you're thinking about bacon.
You've forgotten what bacon tastes like and you want it that bad.
If you're craving something and you're hungry, it probably tastes amazing.
Yeah.
It's like when you come back from field and the stuff you eat tastes great, but then you eat it later on, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's the same principle as when there's no women around and then there just happens to be one and it's like the best of nothing and somehow you just put that one on the pedestal and be like, she's amazing. But then in the real world, what the fuck? It's just all a matter of fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've actually
You know what
eaten
I'm saying.
raw brains and
Comparison.
raw kidney before. Raw liver, sorry.
Brain, I don't think I could
Actually,
do
I was
that.
thinking.
I don't think I could do brain.
Yeah, it's not nice. And actually, this is something I was talking about with Josh because the prices on sausage skins have just gone up like ridiculously. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe we should start pulling the intestines out, cleaning them, and using them.
How
for
long with
sausage skin.
intestine would you get in a deer? Would you use a small or large?
You just use whatever
Or
you
is
can.
the sausages is a small intestine, the large intestines you fucking...
One's big, one's small, and they're made out of the same stuff. So I'm presuming you just filter it, wash it.
You make your salami in the large intestine and sausages in the small.
I think it's about length, not girth.
Well, for the type of sausage, it is about girth.
Yes, but the intestine, the large and small intestines don't denote girth. I think it's about length. I think they'll be about the same.
I thought your small intestine was way longer.
Yeah, length, not girth.
Yeah.
So you want
Hence
to like
small intestine versus large intestine.
I thought the small was longer.
yeah, one
We're
of them's
talking
longer.
meters here.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm talking
all your intestines are meters long.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. How long?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe 20
Because
meters.
I feel like that
maybe
you need
20
a
meters.
fair few deer to take up the amount of just say like one purchase of Josh's sausage skin.
Let's guess how many meters of intestine in an adult fallow,
I'm trying to think now in relation to what I've experienced.
as in people's guts spilling out.
Yeah, like
No, I
how
haven't seen
long?
an answer, but
Oh, so you get to Google it and then not look.
I haven't seen an answer. There's no answer.
How long is the fallow intestine?
I was just turning it away in case there was suggestions, and it showed it.
Oh, I'm going to say
I'm going 20 meters. I'm saying
I'm going to say it's in the 20s.
similar
Yes.
to human,
which
I'm assuming is about 20 meters. I don't know.
Background information here.
I'm just going to flat 20.
Now I'm doubting the 20. I reckon it's going to be like
when you put 10 meters of hoochie cord out, you're like,
I'm going to say like 11 and a half.
yeah, I'm going to say I was thinking not 12.
I thought 20. Well, you can't go that close, man.
Let's see the answer.
It is a deer, so therefore it's going to be 9 to 16 feet.
Oh, for fuck's
Why is
sake.
everything in? But that's only like,
That's like a third of whatever we said.
it's like, 5 meters, 6 meters.
Yeah, there you go.
Large intestine is shorter, measuring 5 foot long. Yeah, your large is wider but shorter, and your small intestine is skinnier but longer.
That's a fair, roughly 9 to 16 feet. That's a fucking big variation. How long's adult human intestines?
Just give me a second. Investigating the length of intestines in people who donated their body to science suggests that the average total intestine length is 26 feet. That's the average, ranging from 21.9 to 30.3.
So what's that? Fucking 7, 8 meters?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Okay. Well, that was wrong. Well, wrong. You ain't get my sausage then.
Well,
That's heaps of sausage skin.
10 meters of sausage.
Fucking each sausage, what's that? 200 mil?
However long you want to make the sausage, mate. You
So
want to make
five-
a Frankfurt? Make a Frankfurt.
Say that's one sausage, 20 mil long, just for 20 mil, 200 mil, right?
Yeah.
5 of them is a meter. 7 meters, 7 fives, 35s. You can make 35 snags.
That's a lot of snags.
That's in one deer, though.
Dude,
Yeah.
we've made 1,000 snags from one deer.
Yeah, that's all right.
So you need
Not out of one deer, no.
You need 10 deer to
Not
make
out of
one
one
deer
deer.
sausages.
No,
That's out of one deer.
no, because there was red in there and then mix of Rusa.
Nope, one deer.
Nah.
I remember when we made snags from my red, that was one deer, and that was over 1,000 snags from one deer.
Out of the, 100%
you're
made
going to
those
have to
snags.
buy artificial.
I feel like a
fucking-
red deer's gut's going to be longer.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be roughly
It's still
similar.
not going to be enough.
It's not going to be human size.
It's still not going to be
But
enough.
you think about it, you pull
Actually-
all the intestines out of all the animals you shoot, you're going to have enough.
Yeah, but you're not going to
Not
just
for that-
shoot one
not for that
deer
same
and
animal,
use
though.
its intestines to make snags for all the meat you use from
No,
that
but
one deer.
I'm just saying, start keeping and using.
Oh, yeah, it'll take a bit.
I wouldn't even know how to process it, but
I think it's too much fucking around.
yeah, but $200 for fucking skins now,
You're better off just selling the pelt and using that to buy
and
sausage skin.
they have no skins.
Is that
It's
actual
still going to work
that-
out cheaper than buying your own snags.
synthetic skin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
collagen skins. Yeah,
Okay.
It's still cheaper than buying your own snags. That's your fucking benchmark.
They really should grow skin. Grow the skin instead of manufacturing it.
grow the skin.
Not human skin, but grow intestine skin.
It puts the lotion on.
Let's circumcise everyone and make sausage casings from that.
You can probably stretch that quite far. There's going to be some girth issues.
That should stretch.
Would you take it off as a ring, or do you like cut it off as like a strap?
Oh God.
Either way, there's not going to be enough of it to make a decent amount of snags
No.
from one deer. I think you're locked into artificial casings, man.
Like, I think there's a reason why we moved off animal intestines as our
Convenience.
sole, and just number of
Yeah, quantity and convenience.
quantity. That's the word I was looking for.
But if we got no skins,
Yeah,
and we want to make
If
snags,
you got nothing, you have to resort back
well,
to the old way. I would just make hamburgers.
and that's not something that I know how to do. So
just-
it'd be a good skill to learn.
So, what's those little sausages that don't have skins called?
Ciabatta cheese.
Just make them.
They are delicious, actually.
Yeah. Well, you just
there
make
you go.
those. Done.
I was thinking that before.
Just
Why
get
don't
your
we
mince,
just
make a log. Fucking there you go. Skinless log.
I do like ciabatta cheese. They're a favourite.
They're bound together with a shit ton more stuff, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
I do wonder if it would work with
You'd have more fat in it, I guess.
your
No,
fat
I'm
ratio.
not aware
might
of
be-
the science behind it, but skinless sausages. There you go. Just fuck the casings off completely, mate.
Just make hamburgers.
Just one giant patty of deer.
Patties, hamburgers. That sausage mix in patties is delicious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is.
We made a bolognese out of that.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's good.
Fuck off the cost of casings completely.
Just don't have sausages.
Yeah.
Just have mince.
I am a mince guy, actually.
At the end of the day, all the casing does is all
Hold
for
it together,
presentation.
hold it, yeah.
It's just for presentation and serving and cooking.
Well, snags is a easy thing, especially when you're just cooking up after, like, day at the range. or
Yeah, but
whatever.
so's meatballs.
Yeah.
So is a patty.
Yeah. Patties are good.
We're not having sausages again.
Stick it to the man, Josh. Skinless sausages.
Yeah.
Tell Haynes
Got to go make sausages tomorrow night, actually.
Nah, tell him you're not. Go skinless, man. Go green.
Making snags for this event next Thursday. For anyone that's out there in South Australia or even in Australia, if you want to take the drive, next Thursday at 6:30, Mitcham Reserve.
I didn't
we're
realise
holding a
that.
barbecue.
All right, so this
Mitchell-
episode comes out on Monday. So
you
just
gotta-
be like this Thursday, the 15th of
Yeah.
December.
There you
If you're late on the podcast, apologise to yourself because you missed it.
go. Hey,
If anyone listens late,
Yeah, that's true.
The
They're like-
barbecue,
So it's the 15th.
They're listening on the Thursday night. They're like, fuck.
Yeah.
if it's past the 15th of December, you missed the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's going to be good. Going to get a couple of beers in the esky for people to have.
You going to drink alcohol?
No. I will probably be on the alcohol free.
Whose idea was it to have it south of the city?
Josh.
Yeah. Fuck.
Mitcham Reserve's not that far. Nah. Not that far at all.
It's far enough.
And it's a nice little spot. There's a playground for the kids if you want to bring kids.
No one's
There's,
bringing kids at night.
you know. Well,
There'll be kids there.
there'll be kids.
It starts at when? 6:30.
It's the holidays,
some.
mate. It's Christmas.
There'll be some people, and then they'll have to leave and take the kids home when it gets dark.
Yeah, the reason kids wouldn't be there is because you have to leave early. Fuck that.
Exactly.
There'll be kids there.
But it
Will there be
is-
women there?
If you
I
want
dare
to
say
bring,
there
if
will
you want to
be.
bring your missus, bring your missus.
I'm asking.
And then you rock up,
It's
you're like,
open to whoever.
she's the only Mrs. E. Like, fuck.
How are we vetting this? How are we stopping homeless people rocking up for a snag?
You don't.
Who cares?
It's all inclusive.
Yeah, just come along. Have a fucking snag, mate.
Skinless or otherwise?
Just be involved in your community. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I'm
Jesus.
just asking questions that people out there are asking. John.
This is a skinless event.
How will I be safe?
It's not that hard.
Will
It's
there
an
be
event.
security?
Rock up with whoever you want. Fucking have some snags. Have a feed. Have a drink. Carry on. Go home. Get in the Christmas cheer.
Just don't make a scene.
Make a
Oh,
scene.
there's going to be a scene.
Yeah.
Someone's going to make. There's always
Are
one.
you security on the night?
Might bring the football, actually. A bit of a kick.
That's surprising.
Yeah. I don't have a football, so Carl, can you bring your football?
No, I fucking put
Go
a
to
hole.
Bunnings.
I put a hole in my footy the other day. Actually,
Oh, really?
it's like 20 years old. Fucking
Can you
Kicked
buy
it too
a new
hard,
one,
mate.
please,
no, refused to.
before next Thursday?
Just go to Bunnings and get one. Do they still sell them?
Bunnings,
They had Bunnings for you.
Bunnings. Of all the places you could have listed to buy
you
a
need to
football,
share it.
Bunnings easy. You don't have to walk into a store
Bunnings.
apart from Bunnings.
Fucking go to Kmart.
You have to go into like a shopping centre. Fuck that.
Jeez. Bunnings. Bunnings is the last place I would have listed to buy a football.
Bunnings got everything, man.
In fact,
At the
find me
lowest prices.
Find me a football at
I
Bunnings.
don't think they sell them all the time. I think
don't-
it's like promotions.
Yeah, I'm going to say. I'm in Bunnings a lot. I've never seen a football.
You're not looking for one.
Also true. Well, speaking of buying things, how's a fucking Subway? I was going to say Subway.
Subway
How's that for a
is- Subway
Subway?
is good, man.
In fact, it's a segue. You bought something this week and it arrived. You pulled it out and showed it to us.
Yes. So, keeping to the Christmas spirit, I decided to buy myself some Christmas presents
Hey.
Those are the best.
because
Christmas
no one else
presents.
buys me anything.
They're the best
So-
Christmas presents.
What was your limit?
There was no limit. That's a good thing about buying for yourself. You don't mind just spending extra.
Get exactly what you want.
So,
Oh, he's whipping it out.
I bought because we needed a spotting scope forever. And the only spotting scope I think we ever had sort of experience with Ryan's Chinese knockoff.
Yeah, which claimed to be 60 power, but if that did 10, I'd be surprised.
But you couldn't see after 5 power.
It was terrible.
But yeah. Anyway, moving off Ryan. So I bought the Vortex Diamondback 16 to 48 by 65. So I haven't actually got this out to test it yet, but
You haven't spied on your neighbours yet?
I've looked at like the houses across the street, but I feel like to use it properly, you need to sort of get things a few hundred meters away.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that seems all pretty good. I like the fact that the bracket itself on the spotting scope, you're under a locking sort of nut or whatever you call it, and it's pivots inside the bracket, so you can have I've got an angled spotting scope, and I was tossing up between whether that or the straight, and then just didn't realise that this bracket actually swiveled, so you can have it at eye level. You don't have to look down on it. You can look into it, like you would your binos or whatever. So I figure this is best of both worlds. Yeah, and I guess the straight, you sort of have to have it head level all the time, where an angled spotting scope, you can sort of have it lower and sort of lean down into it, probably in a more comfortable position.
Yeah, or if you're, at the range shooting prone, then you don't sort of have to get up and move your eye across. You can just have it rotated and then look across.
Yeah, it seems just sort of more universal and just work better, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have the option there.
It does look all right.
The one thing I did look at that I was looking at reviews and what the sort of people found better or worse was focus. So this is a large focus ring. So I'm pretty sure it's so large to try and give you that fine movement. So there's other spotting scopes that have the sort of tubey thing on the top, which that's your focus ring. You got one dial that does a quick change and the other one's a small change.
Oh, yeah.
And that was reviewed to be to find that focal point.
Better system, just one thing to go
Yeah, quicker.
get you in the ballpark and the other thing just to fine tune it.
Yeah, so that was one thing that I was sort of looking for, but I don't know, for the price range I decided to go with a spotting scope. This was $729 from Scoped Out.
Yeah, how much do those, with the dual focals, how much are they pricing in that?
It varies depending on the item, but your sort of budget entry ones had them up to your high-end ones as well.
Oh, right.
It's sort of used across different models for different brands, but Vortex don't use them. Or at least the ones that I looked at didn't have them.
Yeah.
So,
Assuming this has the normal Vortex warranty,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
lifetime.
Sort of, yeah. Whatever
There-
warranty, no questions.
There was a bit of an underlying factor of why you bought it, wasn't there? Apart from
Well-
the eating one.
Because we're planning on going to Vic. So after Christmas, I thought it was about time to bite the bullet. So give us something good to sort of glass with. And I don't know, I want to see one thing I'm interested in. So that's a 48 power. I'm going to get a phone mount for the iCup and attach my phone to the spotting scope and just see how well we can actually get photos of things that are at a distance.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see how well my phone will zoom in on the already magnified sort of view.
Yeah, see if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know how that goes.
You can obviously buy different eye cups, magnification.
You can get, different, I forget what it's called. I forget a lot of names actually.
It happens.
That's the
iPad.
lens in the eyepiece, yeah. So that's interchangeable. And then Vortex make their own sort of reticle or MOA or mil dot sort of spotting scope for PRS shooters and stuff like that, where you can sort of call your shooter onto target with that sort of tree style.
And so that doesn't come standard with a reticle?
Nah,
No?
standard's just clear.
Yeah.
So reticle, they actually, on the video I watched, it was a Vortex video, and one of them asked why they don't do them standard. And it was more of a need sort of thing. So you've got a pretty small market for people that actually require a tree or a reticle on their spotting scope, because it's not a scope to mount on a rifle. So the average person won't need it.
Yeah, because they're just using it to spot deer and see what sort of trophy they're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. So
Not calling shots.
they decided not to have that in just a base model item that they sell and have it come standard.
Having a basic crosshair with like a mil rating would be good.
That
though.
does surprise
Just like
me,
not
though.
a tree, so it doesn't blot out the whole picture.
Surprising, because say you're spotting, right? Other blokes on a rifle, you're spotting, and you can straight away give them a reference from, I don't know, there's a deer 2 mil from this tree.
Yeah.
The other thing is you can get your distance actually if you've got a known object with your reticle, and you got like a mil dot reticle. You can actually do distance.
I can definitely see the pros to having a reticle of some sort on there. But I guess for the average person that's going to buy it, they won't require it
yeah,
in a way.
Yeah.
It'd be handy to have, but they won't need it.
Yeah,
So, and their eyepieces are, well, I paid $729 for that spotting scope. There's eyepieces on there that are over $1,000. It's not a cheap add-on to get
Jesus,
to get the.
you'd be talking about a Christmas tree though, surely.
I'll have a Google, but when I looked, I can't remember the specific type, but I knew when I looked, I closed pretty quickly.
Did it come with all that protective fucking shit that was all over it before? That looks
Talking
like
about the sleeve?
a neoprene bra.
It comes with a yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it. It come with that standard, which I'm surprised I didn't know that was coming with it, but it's quite handy to have, I guess. Sort of.
Will you keep it on there?
I don't know. It limits the swivelness of the
swivelness.
I'm going to call it the swivelness, the movement of the swivel. You can only do just a 45-degree turn with it.
The range of swivel.
So
The swivel. I'm using that now. The
Does it?
swivelness.
Does it impede the focal ring?
Oh, not really, because
Oh, really?
you can. If you've got decent sized hands, you can get around it, and it's open from top and bottom, so you can use. You're not going to crank on it really.
I feel like it would stop you from like grasping,
grasping
the whole
it.
thing and,
Yeah,
you know,
correct.
in one motion. You'd have to do it bite by bite
Yeah,
in the focal ring.
but I guess there's some cons to something that's going to protect your item, even though it does have the rubber coating to protect that.
More weight, fuck it off.
Well, one of the things was that there was more weight in the rubber coating of spotting scopes compared to your just straight aluminium, whatever.
Yeah,
But
that's going to protect it.
Yeah, so if you've got the rubber coating, fuck
also
them,
too,
they're pretty-
if you're in a cold environment, he found a downfall of having it no coating on it because it doesn't insulate it, and therefore when you're holding it, it's like freezing. So the rubber coating sort of helps insulate the internals, also just the touch.
Yeah, you get
So I
like
found it a lot more comfortable and wider
condensation
range.
and shit on it if it was just bare metal.
yeah, well, I'd save you, you know, a couple 100 grams and carrying that neoprene and piss it off.
What?
I don't know.
Why not? That's fuck all weight.
It all adds up, bro.
Yeah, well, compared to this, it's like it's weighs a decent amount.
But if you don't,
Couldn't tell you what it weighs.
If you don't need to carry this, what would you carry it? The cover.
Might come in handy. If you fucking break your knee, you can have a knee brace that'll fit your leg.
I can't wait to feel how
Actually
heavy
looks
it
like a knee brace. It's got like a little bit cut out. Just a neoprene
It does,
sleeve.
yeah.
It does. I'll give you that.
Oh, well, nice one, man.
I'm keen to see
It's a
some
big
gear
investment.
through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with this, I've been looking at tripods as well. So sort of sussing out and checking out different brands. But just the high end sort of, you know, your well known tripods are a crazy price for what it is. It's definitely justified. Like if it's not justified, they wouldn't be selling them. But I just ended up going to Amazon. So because Josh already has the tripod itself for an Enoral ST ATC, something like that,
I can't remember.
which seems pretty solid. That's a carbon fiber tripod
It's good.
with your sort of lock ring on your legs rather than a tab is the best I could describe it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if tabs sort of, I don't like the idea of them really to sort of work easily.
Well, it's not sort of functional and ergonomic, sort of
Yeah.
almost.
The lock
probably
ring's just
adds a lot
quick.
more weight as well, having a tab
Yeah.
than a locking ring.
So I ended up buying that. That's still coming in the post.
There's only one thing I don't like about that, and that's you can't get it. You couldn't get it low enough with the ball head on it to shoot prone. I don't think you can.
With your pivot ball thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're going to fuck that off now.
No. With the new ball head.
With this?
Yeah.
You can't get
The
that.
tripod doesn't.
Can't get the tripod low enough.
The legs don't sort of flatten right out.
Well, they do. You can, but they don't lock out.
No, it doesn't lock, so they'll
Exactly. They flatten
just
out.
sort of like
But they flatten out.
go upwards almost.
No, they wouldn't. You just lay it down
Well,
flat.
they do because I was testing it
This
today.
will touch. Not this, but the bottom of the actual body in the centre, whatever you call it.
On the ground, you could
Yeah.
use it as a post, yeah, I guess, but the legs aren't going to take any of the weight.
No,
No.
but you can use it flat.
Well, yeah. Okay, technically you could.
No, you can.
You,
Just let it go.
technically you could, but it's making the legs obsolete.
Yeah. Anyway,
Just using a stump sort of just as a resting post then.
then if you can lay down, you use a bipod,
Yeah.
which I feel like I will still carry in my rifle.
Yeah. Well, if you've got Arca, you have to change it.
No.
Like have it in your pack.
No, because
Oh, no,
my
you
Arca
can
rail
put
is
it
short
on.
enough to put behind my Picatinny rail. As in to have my Arca rail on my rifle with the Picatinny at the front for my bipod.
But haven't you bought the tapered Arca rail?
Yeah.
Oh, you could. Oh, I guess you could just because the bracket on the ball head widens up enough, doesn't it? So you can sit in there and just sort of like do it up. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
you could-
another
you
few
could
things I
let
bought that sort of is my Christmas present to myself.
Just you two having a fucking
Chin wag.
conversation between the two of you about the minutiae of this fucking thing.
Well, it's fucking good to know. It's good to talk about.
And people are like, what's good to know?
Yeah, I think people are like, what the fuck are you cunts talking about?
No, it's pretty obvious.
But yeah,
Tripod
anyway,
and a
I don't
bullet.
think it is.
It is.
But the one you're talking about
And an arc
specifically.
of rail.
And a bipod, which is not a fucking tripod, which is not even here. So no one knows what they're looking at.
no. But you guys will see it soon enough.
Yeah. We'll
Chuck
get some
it up.
footage. We'll get some.
Yeah.
We've got one, so I can just go home and see.
Yeah, but you haven't used it for how long?
We have one.
Nah.
This is the overarching fucking important thing. We have one now. We can use it. Included in our kit.
See, I have to change the damn 308 so I can go to an Arca system because the Seiko you can't put a...
If you really wanted to, you could. Just get it done. Get it threaded and...
You could, but because it's so the stock sort of narrows in a lot, it'd just be like a flat piece sitting on a curve.
No,
And I just don't think it would.
There's some Arca rails that have attachments on the outsides as well that have it, so it's fixed.
Oh, so like a little angle
Like
bit.
post oars running either side.
Yeah, stuff that. More weight.
What do you want?
If you're listening to this and
Just
you
get in your
know
rifle.
exactly what's going on, reach out because you are fucking Stephen Hawking.
Some people fucking live this shit, mate.
I'm in the room with you and I'm lost. Anyway, it's probably about that time.
Yes, it is that time. So our topic for tonight is Santa's sack. Again, Christmas themed.
We hinted at it with my joke,
Yes, we did.
hence the joke.
Jesus, it's been a long season.
Anyway,
Josh.
Josh, you come once a year. Please tell us.
Yeah, all right. You're all going to have to excuse my reading capabilities here. But
Do you just want to pass the baton?
so,
Do you want me to just read it for you?
nah, so I thought, okay, Santa's sack, all right, we're on the Christmas train. What's the strangest Christmas traditions out there? So the first one is Krampus in, I'm pretty sure I haven't pronounced that right, but in Austria. I'll read you the blurb. As if the threat of missing out on a present wasn't bad enough, Austrian kids who end up on Santa's naughty list also have to worry about Krampus, a horned, hairy beast that snatches misbehaving children, serving as St. Nicholas's creepy enforcer. Many towns in Austria and the neighbouring countries celebrate. Oh, fucking contacts are gone.
What's, work-
Krampus. Oh, wow.
What's working? That would be a shorter list. I mean, you're trying to get me to pronounce German.
Yeah.
Austrian words, which is Krampusnacht.
Yeah, something like that.
Krampusnacht.
On the 5th of December, when dozens of men dress up as half-goat demons parading through the streets, brandishing
Krampusnacht, I'm
sticks
going to assume means Krampus night.
and terrorising children. So that's the first one.
There's a movie called Krampus.
There is.
Google the movie Krampus and fucking see the fucking.
I haven't seen it.
I've never watched it, but the photo or the
Beast.
the beast. It looks fucking freaky.
Yeah.
Krampus. Looks,
Pretty demonic.
yeah, pretty much.
So kind of weird. Anyway, the next one is the Yule Lads Iceland. So Iceland kids don't just get one Santa Claus, they get 13 mischievous trolls roaming the country in the fortnight before Christmas. Like Snow White's 7 dwarfs, each of the 13 Yule Lads has his own personality, including door sniffer, spoon licker, sausage swiper, candle stealer, and curd gobbler.
Curd gobbler.
And the ominously named Widow Peeper. Each takes turns in visiting the children, who leave shoes on their bedroom window, dropping off presents for all the good kids and rotting potatoes for the bad ones.
That sounds very rapey.
It's pretty brutal.
That's fucked
be a
up.
child.
Sausage swiper.
Curd gobbler.
The curd gobbler.
Turd gobbler.
Oi, bro.
If you swipe the sausage enough, you'd be gobbling a fucking curd. I tell you that much.
There's some weird
This is
shit
what I
out
mean
there.
about Christmas. It's just fucking choose your own adventure. It's all bullshit.
Anyway, the next one's the Mari Lord. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But Welsh culture in
Sorry,
Mate.
Welsh culture is
Welsh words are notoriously the worst, man. So good luck.
Yeah.
You've just tried pronouncing a word which is spelled Lwyd. How do you pronounce that?
Don't know, man. But Welsh culture is ancient and steeped in superstition. It's not surprising. Therefore, the residents of South Wales enjoy parading an undead horse around their village to celebrate the happiest time of year. In a wassailing display dating back to probably Celtic times, the custom involves draping a white sheet over a pole with a horse skull attached and knocking on townfolk's door, no doubt giving them the fright of their lives. The party carrying the morbid effigy then sings to the residents, who are supposed to sing back before relinquishing some food or drink. There is some debate around whether Mary Lloyd translate as Holy Mary or Grey Mare, but either way seems equally creepy. There's more.
Yay.
These guys aren't really getting into this, so I don't know what to do.
I hate Christmas, and you're reading me Christmas list. So, wrong
Well,
crowd.
It's traditions of Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I just thought weird traditions.
Write your own. What would be your ideal Christmas tradition? How would you ideally want to celebrate Christmas? If you could pick
Have a drink
exactly
and food
how,
and go to
if
bed.
you didn't have to like farm yourself out to all the family organised stuff that you had to do, and you just got to celebrate Christmas the way you wanted to do it, how would you do it?
You go hunting, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably. Or fishing, one of the two.
Sounds good to me.
But
Well, Christmas is about family, so
it is.
I'll
It is.
spend it with family and then go hunting.
What about taking your family out hunting?
No.
Why not?
Don't ruin
Nah.
it.
Why not?
Sacrosanct.
It's
Like-
what? Sacrilegious?
Some.
No, sacrosanct and sacrilegious are very different.
I wouldn't take my whole family out hunting because there's 7 of us, like my direct family.
There you go. 7 chances to get a deer.
And it's just bedlam. It'd be good camp, camping a lot. It's good camping.
I can't believe how against you guys are
Of what?
for taking your family or people out hunting.
No,
kinda
I'll take
weird.
people out
We
hunting.
watch you do it every time you take your old man. Imagine timesing that by 10.
Man, I love spending time
yeah.
with my father out bush. It's gold.
Yeah, I'd rather take. So I've got 4 brothers.
I'd
rather take one brother at a time out hunting, not all of them.
So therefore, you got 7 Christmases then planned out. Hunting trip.
Lead the way, Josh. You take your mum and your sisters hunting,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the same.
Yeah, do it.
No, I'm talking about.
No.
No, they're your family. That's
Yep.
your immediate family.
That is your family.
That's your immediate family.
Yeah, I'd take them out if they wanted to go out.
I reckon Shannon would be right.
I don't think any of them would thrive.
They wouldn't thrive.
I feel some goalposts are being moved
Yeah, they are.
No, I'll take them out.
rapidly.
I'll take them out.
When are you taking them out?
Well, if they want to go, I'll take them
During
out.
your ideal Christmas or just
That would be my. Well, I don't really mind if I don't see my family on Christmas.
if
or
I
not.
took someone out hunting for the first time, I wouldn't take them over summer.
Oh, fuck
Yeah,
no.
that'd suck.
But I wouldn't take them in the middle of winter either. It'd be sort
That
of
would be
spring or
relative.
autumn.
We did that once. We took someone out hunting for the first time in the middle of summer under the guise of being a cameraman.
Oh, I nearly killed
He
him.
nearly died.
We didn't have to touch him. The sun. It was just too much.
Was that after Christmas or before? I can't remember.
I don't know, but it was warm.
He was an indoor
Yeah.
kid.
Would have been like 40 fucking degrees in the shade.
Not even.
It wasn't
like 34 degrees.
It wasn't even that bad.
It wasn't like, we weren't even
It was
walking
a
up
nice.
hills.
It was a nice sunny day in a flat area, and we were just target shooting.
Correct.
Oh, it was hot. It was hot.
It wasn't like collapsible.
It wasn't carrying a TV camera either. It was just like a little
No, it was hot.
handheld
point and shoot jobby.
camcorder.
He had some nice camera.
Oh yeah,
equipment.
you know, you had DSLR
He
and
did.
shit.
He did.
Just not the ability to carry it
Yeah. or
or plan to drink water.
yeah. Or bring a water bottle.
He was that bad that he had to leave early because he was crashing hard.
Anyway, I call bullshit. You're not going to take your mum and sisters out.
If they want to go, I'll take them out.
Bull
If they want to spend Christmas with me, they can.
bullshit.
They can.
And if you did happen to do it, you would last about an hour before you fucking threw the fucking tantrum of the year
What?
Because I ate pizza.
out of frustration.
No. Why would you throw a tantrum? They don't know how to hunt, so you're going to have a bit of patience with them.
I don't see you doing that.
Nah, 100% I would.
No.
I taught a child actually this weekend to shoot, and he did well. That took patience, but when he hit the target, it was like a win for both of us.
You're very polite with strangers.
Yeah, a family's
I
different.
feel like your tolerance with your family is much.
Just when you're trying to tell them to not grip the rifle so hard, and then they just keep gripping and talking, and they keep missing the target, and you're trying to tell them what to do and how to help them, but they're not listening. They continue doing the things you say not to, and they're not.
Treat this rifle.
And you're just like, fuck, just give it here.
Treat this rifle as loaded at all times, and they point it at you.
And then they drop the rifle, and it's your rifle. It's a ticker.
Oh yes, they'll drop it. It'll be dropped.
Because the first shot, that's what I was worried about with Mrs. with claybirds. The first shot, if she reacts and drops it, 'cause you see so many videos of that. So if they got your ticker and they shoot just offhand because you want to make it fun,
Well, they're not going to shoot the ticker offhand, but yeah. It's too heavy for them, man. Way too heavy. That's why you see those people when they shoot in
that
a
rifle is
shotgun.
always fucking heavy.
They like shoot it and then they just immediately like just drop their strength and like, let the barrel sort of like head towards the ground. It's because they're not used to holding something that's as long as a broomstick up with a different pivot point.
Broomstick.
Yeah,
You make it sound like your rifle was like 8 foot long.
it's an example.
In relation to him, it is.
It's human size.
It's all relative.
Yeah. No, good point. Josh identifies as 8 foot.
I do. It's 2022, so that's my pronouns. Thank you.
He's 5'2".
Anyway, the last one is
Scratching
radish
5'4",
carving in Mexico. Each year in the Mexican city of fuck, man.
Just in Mexico,
Yeah.
they carve radishes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
This is the abbreviated version. It's that last one.
I feel like I should do all that again, actually.
Nah, it shouldn't.
I should.
Definitely not, because we don't have time.
All right, well, I guess I'm next. Moving on. So,
Moving on quickly.
yeah, we might as well crack through it. My breakdown is just quite and simple. It is just some popular gifts to buy for hunters. Or I wanted to get your opinion if you would think that you would like the item if someone bought it for you. I thought it might stem for someone that's listening that has a boyfriend that's hunting or girlfriend that's hunter and you're not a hunter. Just something that sort of might be useful for them.
Let's just roll with significant other.
No.
Okay.
So the first one, I'm going to sort of go through these pretty quickly. First one's from Backcountry Duo Headlamp. This thing's got 2 fucking light sources for some reason. Headlamp, useful?
Very useful.
Yeah.
Grab that out of Santa's sack.
Next one, Josh would like this. The Couchy Ridgepoint Fleece Henley. It actually looks pretty stylish, but a good fleece is worth it for sure.
Have you looked
Feel
into
like
the Couchy fleeces?
Touched on them. Yeah, we'll get one day.
Are they expensive? Well, I can click on the
I
link.
think about
I mean,
100
anything
and something
Couchy
bucks.
is pretty
Oh,
expensive.
they're not crazy expensive though.
I think they're about 100 and something bucks.
So this is something I've always been interested in sort of trialing. It's a blood trailing light. So a blue light. I feel like, especially in Victoria, the high country, when you can only see 30 metres, trailing something that the blood trail will get to a point where it sort of slows down and you sort of have to find spots.
That's smart.
So
All right, Dexter, move on.
Dexter doesn't have to find his victims. They're there in the room with plastic. Good set of electronic earmuffs, because we both know that just blanking out sound in the bush is probably not the best idea. Yay? No?
No.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever worn Hearing Pro hunting.
While stalking or while...
A lot of people do, but I struggle to, because I think you want to hear footsteps, you want to hear everything
That's why...
up until the point of taking the shot.
Yeah.
And then if you have to put Hearing Pro on, you're just wasting time.
And then you forget about no hearing pro.
So I know it's terrible for my hearing, But for taking one isolated shot,
Me personally, I don't like earmuffs. I feel like they ride on the stock of your rifle and then they either lift, which defeats the purpose, or just is annoying.
yeah.
So that's why I rate earbuds, electronic earbuds that are noise cancelling, or you could ANC it so you can hear your ambient noise, but it just regulates your decibels.
Yeah, so it just caps it so anything over a certain amount of decibels doesn't go in your ear hole.
And it just, it doesn't hit anything and it feels like you're wearing nothing at all.
I'd be happy with that. I haven't tried any, but I just want to hear everything else.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I think is handy these days, especially with everyone that's got a lot of technology out for hunting, is just a power bank, a waterproof power bank.
I think so, because everyone's wanting to charge their phone,
Oh, phone, cameras,
all that shit out hunting.
your GPS.
You can just put your power bank in a waterproof, like a Glad bag. There you go. It's waterproof.
Well, yeah, but the waterproof these days wouldn't cost much different than a normal.
I've never looked into a waterproof one.
No.
Like my power bank is, I reckon it cost me $15 from Kmart, and I can charge my phone 4 times.
Which is enough.
And I keep it in a plastic bag in my pack.
Yeah, I feel like that's all you need to do. But
Yeah.
if it doesn't cost as much, or much
Yeah,
more.
I suppose you don't want to be charging in the rain, regardless if it's waterproof or not, because the connection won't be. A thermarest, so it really is probably could go with any sort of item like this, but it's sort of just a wimp mat, as Josh would call it, a seat or something to sit down when you just want to glass a hill or something like that. In winter, it'd be wet, so it's quite handy to have.
Is it big enough to get your torso on if you need to lay on it? Or is it?
I think it's just like a 500 by whatever. So it's not a shooting mat. It's just more of a light,
Something to
small
rest on?
carry around
It's
seat.
in the name, thermarest.
Yeah,
You don't want to sit on the fucking cold ground.
no.
Get a thermarest.
just get good pants.
That's a good idea, actually. Get a padded seat in your pants.
Oh yeah, I guess they do that with like knee pads. We saw it in military pants. They had inserts for knee pads, but I guess it's still your fabric's gonna get wet and it's gonna seep through.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing is wet. But they do sell the insulated out of pants and things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
True.
One thing I like, Cabela's camo power bank with LED lantern. We all like dual purpose stuff. So I feel like that'll come in handy.
I mean, I have an LED light, which you can also charge your phone from. So
Purpose.
its primary purpose is a light.
Okay, fair enough.
Again, came up $10. It's lasted me like 5 years.
I find this interesting. I want to try it. The hard side hydration swig rig. So this is pretty much a camelback style insert that'll go into your Nalgene water bottles, and you can have your water bottle in your side of your pack, but use it like a camelback.
that's smart.
So that seems, I rate it and I want to try it.
That's very smart. Because I prefer hard bottles over bladders.
A bladder,
because
yeah.
a bladder can pop. So I always take a hard bottle with me,
Yeah.
no matter what.
So yeah, I'd give that a crack if you're interested in that.
That's
I think
actually probably my favourite one. So
I clicked into it before and it was like $30 for that, which is not crazy. That doesn't come with a bottle. It's just the hose and the insert.
that's a very smart, very, very smart Christmas idea.
One thing I need to get, so if anyone's listening that knows me and wants to buy me something, is a sling hook for your straps to your pack when you're trekking through whatever. You can just sling your rifle and it stays there.
Bloody oath.
So I remember last time we went and I was just sort of cursing the fact that my sling just kept riding off my shoulder. And it was probably the most annoying thing about that trip, apart from my pants
I've
disintegrating.
thought about getting one because it fucking shits me to tears. But I haven't trekked with my new pack yet, which has a rifle holder.
Oh, like on the side of the pack? Okay.
So you're not going to carry your rifle.
Well, it depends on the scenario. If we're just going from A to B, hooking, I'll put it on the pack. If we're like semi-stalking, then I'll still have it on my shoulder, and inevitably it'll be slipping off my shoulder. But
Yeah. See, my rifle holder on my pack was right at the rear.
is it
So-
on the back of it?
Yeah. So I don't like that idea because if you do need to get your rifle, you've pretty much stuffed
Yeah.
because you have to. There's too much movement to
Even
try.
on
And,
the side. How
On
you
the
gonna get it
side,
off?
no, on the side would work because, well, our mate Richard, he's got one, but he adjusted the strap up the top to be a quick release.
Oh, it's a gun bearer. No, that's an actual sling. It's just modularised to the pack.
Yeah, but there's packs that have a similar style, but it's not so convenient.
I thought you meant strapping it onto your compression, like a pouch that's on the side of your compression pack, like your pack, the compression straps.
So just finding a spot to strap it in.
Yeah, because he's got a gun bearer.
But that's what the strapping into the side is probably not like a gun holder. It's just making a use for that area.
Oh, well, I think they do. There are packs that you can, like they have like a little sort of pouch that your rifle sits into, and then you use just the compression straps to tie it on.
Yeah.
Mine is theoretically quick release. I haven't used it in the field yet, but you literally just reach behind you, unclip it, and then pull it out and slide it forward.
That's all right.
It's designed to be quick release.
You got the Hunter's helmet, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Summit Pack, 85 litre. And I've watched videos of people just reaching back, unclipping it and slinging it out
I
pretty quickly.
nearly bought that when I was looking at packs.
But I'm yet to try that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't actually know.
And that just
Well, you'll see it in a few weeks.
that negates the need of a sling because if it's that accessible on a pack, you wouldn't need a sling. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's really not.
there'll be times when you
hard.
need to get your rifle way quicker.
Oh, that you just carry it.
But honestly, I feel if you're in that scenario, I tend to just go to actually holding it rather than having it
you
slung
wouldn't-
anyway.
Exactly. So you wouldn't have it slung in that situation.
Yeah. But I'm keen to try it. I haven't actually trekked around with it yet.
So there are a few other things here that are sort of American related, like your turkey sort of decoys. Josh, you'd probably be able to go with this. An Arctic wool heavy boot sock or something that's thermal property. You rate that?
Nah, if you're going to get socks, I'd go stalking socks if you're a bow hunter or something like that, or your partner's a bow hunter or whatever.
What's a stalking sock? Is that like a cotton thin?
It's like just a sock with, I guess, a reinforced sort of sole.
A padded sock?
Yeah, essentially. So if you're walking over dried ground, you've got a little more control over your foot manipulation on sort of noisy ground. A lot of it was Remy Warren actually used them for a long, long time. I don't know if he still does or
I
not.
don't understand how a sock's going to help that.
Well, you've got a hard sole boot that you don't have much control over.
You don't have a hard sole.
Your boots that you wear.
Yeah, but not all of them are hard sole.
It's about feel though.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
So if
doesn't
you've got
matter.
a sock with a reinforced sole, you can feel what you're putting your foot down on to know whether it's going to make a noise if you put more pressure down or whatever.
Yeah.
That's where you can just gaining more control over your footsteps versus a boot where you can't feel what's going on underneath your foot.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Another one that's probably we all say it's handy to have is a set of binos. So this one here is what we all have, I'm pretty sure. The Vortex Diamondback HD 10x42.
There are so many videos we're going to clip out of this of Josh Team throwing a fucking
I missed it every time. Do it again.
I feel like I just want to redo today.
But yeah, have you guys got anything that sort of you would see that it's quite handy to have that you suggest if someone's looking for a present for someone else, they should buy it?
I think that's a good list to sort of give some ideas.
Yeah.
It is.
But know your person. Don't just buy them a random piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just ask. Honestly, ask them what they want. Do you know, one thing I love about my missus is quite often we'll be looking at something or something will pop up and she'll go, oh, yeah, I could go for one of those. Bang. Memory bank, buy it. Or just she'll say offhand, oh, I need one of these. And then it'll come to present time, Christmas, birthday. I'm like, fuck, there's my idea. She doesn't do it on purpose. I just make a note.
She's vocal about her thoughts.
Yeah. So tell the people around you what you want and they might actually buy it for you.
Josh, nothing?
Trying to think, man. I do like the whole vocal thing, and I do think you should just ask them, what do you want, and get it for them.
But this is the other thing. We're grown ass adults. Generally, when we need something, we go buy it ourselves.
Yeah. And that's the hardest thing about buying something from the missus is that she'll just buy whatever she wants anyway. So
Why can I see her doing that?
she buys stuff she doesn't need. So she's got everything she wants.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. Being an adult, you can do that. I don't know.
But yeah. That pretty much concludes my Santa's sack.
Right. So for my topic breakdown, I thought, well, this is a pretty narrow topic. So I came up with 3 different avenues which I might go down. So let's pick between the 3 of us, seeing as how I'm last. Let's pick which avenue we're going to go down. All right.
Go for it.
So my first breakdown was going to be your most desirable hunting/fishing item that you want for Christmas, or what do you want out of Santa's sack. The second option I had to delve into was reindeer hunting.
Ooh.
Discuss. Because reindeer at Christmas time are Santa's helpers, and one of them has a big shiny red nose, and people don't like to think about hunting reindeer, but they're caribou, and people hunt reindeer in Iceland, Greenland, Finland, Alaska, basically places
I
in
like
the
that.
northern hemisphere.
What's your third?
Third is talking about the fact that Josh didn't know Santa wasn't real until he was about 13 years of age because his family kept up
The charade.
the charade, and
It wasn't
he was
13.
He
It
was
was like
fucking adamant. It was
like
double
8.
digits. Double digits.
It wasn't.
We were in double digits, bro.
No.
Look,
It
good
was
on,
like
good on you,
8 or
Josh.
9.
Good on you. You lived that sort of fantasy out.
So what do you reckon? Top item for Christmas that you want, hunting and fishing? We can put it out there.
I reckon
Well, that's exactly what Couchy just did.
Well, basically.
kind
So
of. So
I figured we had such a narrow topic that there might be some sword crossing. So that's why I had 3 options to go into. So I've tabled them. Which direction do we wish to go?
I kind of like the reindeer one, but I feel like there's not a whole lot to get into with it.
Well,
Because
actually, female reindeer also have antlers. I learned something about this week.
Really?
Fucking hell. I can't. Yeah. Yeah.
Female reindeer have antlers.
like
Oh,
as a
caribou,
standard,
sorry.
as
fucking
a
hell.
standard,
Yeah.
that'd be a mad fucking pack, just cruising through.
So we're saying Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen could be female.
Yeah.
Well, would Vixen would be a female
Yeah.
for sure.
I couldn't remember we were going through them this week. I couldn't remember all the names of
No.
the reindeer.
No, I
How
used
many-
to be able to do it.
How many fucking reindeer did Santa have? 12?
It's an odd number. Think about it.
Is it?
Yeah, you got Rudolph at the end, front leading. It's 13, I think.
Rudolph with your nose so bright.
You wouldn't have 13.
How many
with a number.
I got to Google it now. How many reindeer does Santa have?
I feel like it's 13.
I feel like it is 13, but
I feel
13
like
seems
it's
like a number
12.
they wouldn't use.
Right,
11?
closest to pin. How many reindeer?
Someone's screaming at their...
A lot of people are. There's a lot of fucking Christmas freaks out there that are like, there's fucking this many, you dickheads.
Walking down the street with the AirPods on, listening to the podcast, and they're screaming out fucking 13. Dumb cunts.
They probably have kids.
Oh, God.
That's probably
there's
why they
8.
know.
There's 8.
8.
There's an even number. And Rudolph?
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, and the final 2, Dunder and Blixen. Where's fucking Rudolph?
There's no Rudolph, so
Exactly.
there's 9.
There's 9. Odd number. Suck a dick.
Fake news.
What about if one of them comes down with an illness?
COVID.
Who's going to step in?
That's when Mrs. Claus comes in.
Well, funny you say that because I had a bit of a joke with my daughter about reindeer the other day, and she was I basically made the joke that Santa just fucking shoots him when one of them's being a shit, which she thought was funny.
He actually doesn't need 9 reindeer. He's like, I can get away with 3. So who's last up?
And then I was making a joke about the venison snags, the last of the venison snags. I'm like, this is reindeer, this one. That's how the fucking thing
Trying
about
to
Santa.
scar them from eating your deer meat.
Didn't sway her. She knew I was taking the piss.
Just too smart for you.
Pretty much. But I do want to try. Reindeer meat or caribou because it's still called venison, and I want to know how much different it tastes.
It'd be interesting.
Add
Like,
that onto the list.
I mean, who did we have on that said caribou's the number one? I think it was Ashley from.
Can the public still
Richie's
hunt
eating
reindeer, or is it just like your native sort of dwellers that are in the area that have been surviving off reindeer for so many years and it's cultural?
Like
I think you
the Inuit in Alaska, for example.
I think you can. I think resident is what you're thinking about, and I think for residents, they may be able to take more or something like that.
Maybe it depends on the area.
But a non-resident, may only be able to shoot one with a resident. I don't know.
The prices of caribou hunting, not cheap.
Yeah, well, there's only 2 herds of caribou.
Yeah, that's the one thing that fucking I think Carl Brown said. Australians only tell you what it's not. So what is it? Not cheap, but how much? What ballpark are we looking at?
It's there was 2 figures I saw. One was about $6,000, the other was 15.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I assume one was meat, one was trophy.
Yeah, $6,000's achievable, eh? It's expensive, but for reindeer,
Yeah, but then you got to get over there to start with. So you got your airfares, accommodation to get over there.
Yeah.
$6,000 for your hunt, or 15.
you'd want to tie it in with a different trip.
You go into a country where the exchange rate's probably fucked, not in our favour.
Yeah, it's never in our favour.
Yeah,
It's going to be expensive.
It'd be expensive.
I'm trying to think who we had on who said their dream hunt was a caribou. I think it was Ashley from New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richie's shot one and eaten. He reckons, I think he said they were nice.
Where did he do that?
I have no idea. I can't remember. But yeah,
Don't know.
he's got a caribou.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that didn't go far. I've got nothing else.
I didn't think it would go far. Have you seen that YouTube video of the guy? He's out in the woods hunting and he sees this reindeer standing there. And it's just standing there feeding. It's like 40 meters away. He's like, fuck yeah. Lines up, shoots it. And to his surprise, the other one next to it stays there, shoots it. And he goes through and shoots all this deer and he's like, what the fuck? And then he has a look at the last deer he shot. It was Rudolph. He just ruined Christmas. He just shot off Santa's deer. It was pretty funny. It was like an ad, funny ad that was not on air anymore.
Oh, dear. Now, the woke brigade would not like that.
No,
Not at all.
it's crushing dreams.
It's bad enough we shoot Bambi, let alone Santa's reindeer.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's 100%. It was videoed, man.
And he actually shot.
Now, Santa was in the background complaining.
Yeah, Rudolph's real, man.
So it's fucking.
You think Santa's fake?
No,
This whole time, since 13 to
no,
33,
that's not
34.
what I was fucking asking. I was asking, was he actually shooting deer? Like real live deer?
CGI'd, man.
Reindeer.
Right. I'll get you.
You sure?
We could have shot them in a pen and they were just used to people. Or they were tied up, I don't know.
It's just a sick joke this guy was playing on.
Yeah.
As someone's like pet deer out the back.
Well, it sounded like it the way you're talking.
No, it was an ad. It was a TV ad that was pulled off the air.
That now there's a bit of context. I get it.
I said that.
I didn't hear it.
That should just be your rebuttal to every argument.
That was when he started talking about woke people. He goes, that would not last long.
Oh,
No, that's right, Josh.
I get it now.
I think we've just established we have podcast fatigue.
Something fatigue. Well, when did you stop believing in Santa?
I can't remember.
Your parents didn't lie to you, say Caleb. Say
Were you just,
I reckon I did the Santa thing till I was about 7.
7.
and then your parents just couldn't be fucked anymore. They're like, Caleb, Santa's not real.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't real.
There's a reason you're not getting your presents you want. Santa isn't real.
So I just didn't give it forethought, man. I was like, oh, it's Christmas, cool. Fucking people exchange presents and there's a stocking that has presents in it. It's like, okay, cool. My parents more harped on about the whole biblical side of things. So it was just like, okay, Santa's a fucking... It didn't even occur to me at that age to be like, What's the logistics of Santa being real?
The one positive I see as a parent having kids that believe in Santa, you should be able to give us your idea of it. But yeah, sort of your gifts or your food that you leave out for Santa at night. Do you get your kids, your daughters, to leave it out
Yes.
so you can eat it?
Well, I'm obligated to because
Do you like it? Or do you sort of curb their
milk and cookies, fucking course I like them.
Yeah, but you could just curb it to something else that you like as well.
Yeah, Santa likes bourbon and
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Who are they to know?
cocaine.
Santa's had a long night and needs something to get him through.
At what age do you? Because obviously, when you found out Santa wasn't real, Christmas then had less of a meaning.
No,
Or
really. Like,
you just didn't celebrate
I
it.
still
in the
knew
same way.
it was just the source of the presents.
Yeah,
The source of the presents was always my parents. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
So nothing really changed in the fact that I knew I was still going to get presents.
Yeah,
They
but
would-
it became receiving, not about a story.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Did it take away from the joy, like the
No, I was still heaps excited
the
at Christmas
mystical part of
Eve.
it? Because I'm pretty sure we all woke up watching our parents wrap Christmas presents at like midnight the night before on Christmas Eve, and you're like, oh,
But they
Oh,
went Santa.
Santa's present is in the same wrapping. How did that happen?
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, like yeah, I feel like as a parent, you continue it as long as you can until your kid's old enough to cotton on.
Like, it's a good thing. It's a good sort of tradition for kids to enjoy.
It is.
Like my kids are just gone 7. The Tooth Fairy, they're still on board with. The fucking and I've fucked up the Tooth Fairy a few times when they've lost teeth and forgotten to put a fucking coin under. I'm like, oh shit. Well, you didn't put it under your pillow properly, and then the next night it happened. Or because like sometimes they lose teeth at their mum's house, sometimes they lose teeth at my house, and I don't know her system.
They're getting notes over there.
Oh, always $2 or $1. Like, always
It's
a coin.
gold coin.
Fuck this
It's gold
co-
coin.
Fuck the fucking note
Stop
thing.
being a cheap ass and put a fucking 20 under
No,
their
the tradition's a
pillow.
gold
I
coin.
don't know why parents
Or
are
a
putting
coin.
notes under the kids'
Because kids
pillow.
are spoiled these days.
Holy,
And inflation.
Because 50 cents isn't 50 cents anymore, mate.
it's always a gold
Did
coin.
you get
bro.
50 cents for your teeth?
Jesus.
$1 or $2, whatever I happen to
Yeah,
have.
$1 or $2,
right?
50 cents, whatever.
Anyway,
Well, it's always gold coin.
I've forgotten to take the tooth away sometimes.
Oh.
I've completely fucked it up, but still maintain the lie.
What was your excuse? How did she believe that you knew
I
everything
can't
about the Tooth
remember.
Fairy? Though?
I'm good at thinking on my feet when I have to lie.
The Tooth Fairy left a note in my bedroom that said that she was feeling generous, and you can go round 2 with it.
Left a note.
Just giving him an example of explaining to his child how the tooth is left there.
Anyway, the point of the story is they're still on board. They're still on board with Santa. They still put out the fucking cookies and the milk, and then I'll eat a few of them.
Do you leave some?
Or
you leave a bite?
the carrot or something out for the reindeer, and I have a nibble on that as
Should
well.
put out some skim milk for you. Fucking hell. Oh,
Let's not fucking
I got-
digress into bloody fat shaming again.
I got one for you. Right.
You can't fat
So
shame
you're
on Christmas.
talking about the Tooth Fairy. So one Easter, now this Easter stood out.
It's an Easter bunny, bro.
Yeah, like beyond any
I'm
other
still on
Easter.
board with that as well.
Because so one day we were doing our Easter egg hunt, you know, that mum and dad put out in our backyard, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. And I had it in my mind afterwards that there was still more eggs, like out there. So I just went out and went to have a look around again. Anyway, I ended up like getting on top of the fence, looking over into my neighbour's backyard, and just behind their chicken coop, there was a whole bunch, a whole bunch of Easter eggs, like big, tall bilbies and bunnies and eggs, and it was a good kind, not like the cheap-ass ones from the reject shop.
Not the ones you were getting.
I was like, yeah, jackpot. Hopped over the fence, took
Stole their eggs.
jumped back over. I didn't realise till I was an adult thinking back on it, fuck, I just ruined someone's Easter.
That's pretty funny.
You really did.
Did your parents see your stash of eggs and they're like, where the fuck did these come from?
Oh, man, I shared them out with my sisters and then
you
ate
didn't.
them pretty quick. Yeah.
No, your sisters stole them off you while you were screaming.
I shared them out with my sisters.
You wouldn't share.
And,
If I found the Easter eggs. Your bad luck.
Nah, shared them out. And
The sugar-free you of now is just fat shaming yourself in your mind, isn't it?
nah, I shared them out.
No, you didn't. Yeah,
Because they were
I had 'em all.
the good. And how are you going to say to your sisters, "Oh, I've got like Cadbury," not.
No, you don't. They don't see them.
Of course, they're going to see them, man.
No way.
Yeah.
Hide them away in your room and eat them at your own will without showing them.
Bro, I shared a bedroom with my sister for I don't know how long.
Did you?
A lot.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yes. For fucking I don't know how long, man.
Did you share a bedroom with Josh?
I mean, when I stayed over, yes.
You're the sister.
But I feel like I've had sleepovers at yours since about the age of 7. And I can't remember you sharing a room with your sister.
Yeah.
Must have been before that.
Nah, shared a room.
They
with
shipped
my
her out
sister
each time
for
you were
ages.
coming over.
I think when she hit sort of, so it might have been
Breast
around 7. When she hit sort of like 10, I think.
When Josh started acting weird.
Breast age,
that moved out.
10. 10 works, I think.
I think at that stage, my older sister had moved out.
So when your
And
sister
so
started,
she ended up moving in with my other sister.
Oh, that'd be a whole logistical nightmare. Like me having 4 brothers, we shared rooms. But if we had sisters, it just seemed like it would complicate things.
yeah, exactly. So when a bra was needed, Josh was moved out.
Well, I think it was quite common back then. You just shared rooms with your siblings.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've got a fucking 3-bedroom house and there's 4 of you, well, someone's sleeping somewhere.
You're sleeping at the back in the kennel.
They did buy a caravan actually at one stage, and the girls moved out to the caravan.
That was a fun time.
Then I moved out to the caravan. And it was shit. It was terrible.
Because they trashed it? Or?
No, because there was no power.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
It's all fun. It's all character building.
Yeah.
But yeah, so coming back to the question, like, so you carry it on till they know that it's not
Until
real.
they work it out, man. But I don't feel like they're cracking double digits before they know.
I think you find out at primary because there's always one kid that finds out early.
Yeah.
And then it makes you question it. And then the more people that believe it, you're like, well, okay, maybe this isn't
They
real.
don't really talk about Santa at school.
What?
Like, yeah, you made
Oh,
your
you didn't
little
go to school?
arts and craft Santa Claus fucking hat or whatever, but that's about as far. And the teachers would be like, yeah, Santa's coming. You're like, oh, cool.
You went to a Catholic school
Yeah.
and you didn't talk about Christmas.
Not really. We spoke about the biblical side of it. Yeah, a lot more as well. Like heaps more. But
Okay.
I don't know. So it never occurred to sort of question it when I was a kid. I never sort of sat there and went, oh, yeah.
I feel like make-believe's more acceptable these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's why people are the way they are, because no one told them Santa's not real.
Talk about Santa and pronouns in the same breath.
No one told him a lot of things. That's the problem.
Do you get jolly?
What is
When?
for
In Christmas?
Around Easter?
After a few beers, yeah.
No, I don't really get into the Christmas thing.
Not even on the day.
It's good when kids enjoy themselves. Like the random kids I invite over to the house. They seem to have a good time.
It changed. It changes. Like, so the period of like being a
Yeah, well, like nieces
teenager
and nephews and stuff. They
through to adulthood until you have kids, you're just like, fuck Christmas. And then when you have kids, you sort of like
reignites it a little bit.
reignites a little bit because you can see the joy that it brings for them.
Yeah.
But without kids, I'd just be like, fuck, I'm going away. I would rather just fucking disappear at Christmas time. I see my family all the time anyway. If you don't see your family and you only see them at Christmas, fair enough.
Well, that's why I travel home.
Then it's like a reason everyone gets together. I see the point of that.
Yeah, but apparently you only give a gift to your missus on birthdays and Christmas. So you obviously need a reason to fucking do something nice.
I don't fucking televise every time that I give a gift to my missus or tell you about it either.
You just said it on the podcast. Present ideas were birthday and Christmas, man. You said it before.
Oh, that's your general time for
Just an
presents.
example.
You just give them any time, man.
You've read between the lines and you're now trying to tell me that I don't buy presents off the cuff just for no reason, just because she said she wanted something.
Well, if you did, you would have stated that. Gift giving in general.
I don't need to advertise my relationship.
Yeah, okay.
I would imagine, I would bet you dollars that I've bought flowers for her more recently than you.
Really? Because you did it today.
I'm just saying, I would bet you dollars that I've bought flowers for my missus more recently than you.
I do care packages now.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually,
I don't wanna know
little,
what's in it.
little care packages, some snacks, and
So I don't.
a candle, or whatever. Yeah.
Was that last
She's had
time you
bad
bought a
day.
care package when we got my missus to buy the care package for you?
No, those candles were for my bedroom.
Fuck.
Here's Google. What do girls like? And then just buy. Wow.
Don't say
my
Google.
phone is my phone is literally responding to that sentence. Fuck off, Google.
All right. Well, I think this is a great time to wrap it up.
I think so.
Yeah. I just want to thank everyone for getting through, especially this episode and our previous episodes of waffling and digressions. If you wanted to check us out, we have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search Send It Mate podcast and you'll find us pretty quickly. Just look for the logo.
You will indeed. We do have to say a big thank you for listening and supporting us. And our listener base has grown considerably this season.
Yes.
So
If you want to support us any further, just jump on the platform that you're listening to the podcast to. Give us a review if you can, or a 5 stars if you think it's worthy. Jump on YouTube for a follow, or all of our socials.
it does. It all helps. So just
And a share. Give us a share.
and a share. Well, we've recently discovered that we are what is the stat?
It was the top 10%.
Top 10% of most shared podcasts.
So that's awesome.
So-
So obviously it's happening. So,
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
and if you share us, tag us in it so we know. And it's just a feel good moment.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks heaps, guys. We couldn't do it without you. Someone's got to listen to this shit. So
And also supporting our supporters, High Caliber Cleaning Supplies. They're Australian owned product that benefits all shooters.
correct.
So check them out.
And a cheeky sneak peek also. We'll be having an expert series special coming out in the next few weeks featuring Ross from High Caliber. So
That's
keep
a
a sneaky ear out for that as well.
good episode.
There's my answer to your question before. A gift to buy for a shirter. Some oils from High Caliber. There you go.
Well
good
done,
pick.
Josh. Cross promotion. Fucking hell. Why didn't we all think of that? No, it is a good, perfect gift.
Yeah. Also check out Firearm Owners United. Just support the guys that support us. So these guys fight for our rights and laws that the government try and push on us. Try and sort of claw some back for us. So check them out. They're a good bunch that's Australia-wide.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Definitely.
Josh, we're relying on you. You're the hype guy.
The
Fucking
hype guy.
Yeah,
fucking-
finish it off.
finish us off because
Jesus.
Finish us off for the year.
Righto, another big thank you to fucking everyone that's listened, but also the guests that we've had on this fucking year. You've helped us grow exponentially, and a huge thank you from us. And also, we'd like to say, have a Merry fucking Christmas from the 3 Grinches sitting at this table that can't get some wind up them to fucking get in the spirit.
We should have dressed up.
Get out there, get hunting, chase fucking what you love. Don't be shy to talk about it. And we will see you next season for Send It Mate podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Couchy.
Catch you later.
And stay safe
Catch you guys.
because we want you to listen again next season.
Tell your friends.
Oh, don't drink and drive.
Don't shoot each other accidentally. Catch ya.
G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses High Caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.